Hi there, it's Justin Lubino with Senior Advisors. It's Friday, September 6, 2019. A few weeks ago, we found out that there is going to be a new Medicare Plan Finder tool that's going to replace the old Plan Finder tool for this upcoming annual enrollment season. And one of the big changes with the new tool is the drug list ID will no longer be available in the new tool for the anonymous flow. So basically, you will no longer be able to save your drug list information to review for future years in the anonymous flow. They will have an authenticated flow, which is a logged in flow that allows you to save your drug list information. But the purpose of this video, and this is the second video in this series, the first video we showed how to retrieve the drug list information from the old Plan Finder. And then this video is going to show how to enter the drug information into the new Plan Finder. It's going to be pretty similar to the old Plan Finder as far as entering the information in, but we're going to also do a little time study to see how long it takes on average to enter in the drug information, so we get an idea of how much additional time this is going to take us for this upcoming annual enrollment season. So if you have a long list of clients out there that you have to do this for, you can kind of get an idea for planning purposes how long this is all going to take. We did find in the first video we did that it takes about 40 seconds or so to retrieve the drug information from the old Plan Finder tool for each one of those drug lists. And obviously we recommend doing, if you don't have that information somewhere, that we recommend getting that before September 30th. That's when that old tool will be unplugged. But this video, again, is just to enter in the drugs and see how long this is going to take. We're using 3 of the drug lists from the prior video. The first drug list has 7 drugs on it. The second drug list and the third drug list each have 3 drugs. So it's a total of 13 drugs that we're going to be entering into the new tool. And then we'll figure out how long on average it's going to take to enter that drug information, so you can plan out how long this is going to take for your clients. All right, so on the right-hand side here, we have the list of drugs for the first list. There's 7 drugs on this first list, and the left-hand side is the new tool, which we're going to be entering in that drug information. So the first drug, and let's start the timer, is Alprazolam, and we're going to hit Add Drug. It happens to be 0.5 milligrams. It's 180 every 3 months, and we're going to click the Add to My Drug List, and then we're going to hit Add More Drugs. Amlodipine is the next drug, and we're going to add that drug in. It's 5 milligrams, and it's 180 every 3 months. Add to my drug list. Add more drugs. The next drug is a Metformin Hydrochloride. Add drug. This happens to be a 50 12.5, and it's 90 pills every 3 months. Add to my drug list. Add more. The next one is Metformin Hydrochloride, which is right here, hydrochloride. Add drug. This one is 500 milligrams, and it's 90 every 3 months. Add to my drug list. Add more drugs. Metoprolol. This is succinate. Add drug. This one is 50 milligrams. And it looks like they have it in here twice. It's the same drug, so go with the first one. And it's 180 every 3 months. Add to my drug list. Add more drugs. The next one is pantoprazole. Add drug. This one is 40 milligrams, and it's 30 every month. Add to my drug list. And then simvastatin, and this is 10 milligrams, and it's 90 pills every 3 months. All right, so that first drug list, there were 7 drugs. We just added those in. Again, for the sake of time, we're just doing a time study here to see how long it's taking to add all these drugs. So we're going to add another 3 drugs for the second list. Levothyroxine sodium, add drug, and this is 50, 30 each month. Add to my drug list. Add more drugs. Next one is losartan. potassium, add drug. This one is 50 milligrams, and it is 30 every month. Add to my drug list. Add more drugs, Travatan. Add drug. That's the solution, that's the bottle. And it looks like 1 bottle every month. Add to my drug list. So that's those 3 drugs. And then the last 3 drugs we're going to be entering here. Add more drugs. Dorzolamide, timolol, that looks correct. Add drug. That's the right solution. And I think it's 1 bottle. I think that's an error on that list. I don't think they're getting 60 bottles. But let's say 1 bottle for the example. Add my drugs. Add more drugs. Hydrochloride. And add drug. 12.5 milligrams. And it's 30 per month. And then the last one is latanoprost. Add drug. That's the solution, and it's 1 bottle every month. Add to my drug list. All right, so I'm going to stop the clock here. So it's a little under 4 minutes. It took us 3:57 to basically enter in 13 drugs in the new tool. Now, that's not incremental time because it would take some time to copy and paste the drug list ID and password date and everything. But let's just assume it's 4 minutes for 13 drugs. So we entered in 13 drugs. Let's say equals 4 times 60, 240 seconds. And then, so for each, let's see how long it took. Per each one, 240 seconds divided by the 13 drugs. So it takes about 18 seconds or so to enter in each of the drugs. If you multiply that out times the number of drugs, in average, we tend to see about 3.5 drugs per list, but some agents have said they're closer to 5 drugs per list. This basically takes an average of about 92 seconds. Let's just multiply this times the 18, that's what it was, equals 5 drugs times the 18 seconds. So it's essentially a little over 1.5 minutes per drug list. So it's 18 seconds per drug, and if it's an average of 5 drugs, you're looking at about 1.5 minutes of extra data entry for your clients. So if you have, let's just say you have 1,000 clients, how many additional minutes of data entry is this? And this also assumes that obviously you don't have to go back in and redo it multiple times for these clients, which in the past there are certain clients that want edits. So you want to get the right drug information before you come back in. If there's any updates, from their list from the prior year, you want to get that before you come in and enter that drug information. So just multiplying this out, this was total seconds if you had 1,000 clients, and total minutes. Let's see what this would come out to. All right, and then total, is that right? No, that's not. Total seconds, total minutes should be this divided by 60. All right, and then total hours, if you have 1,000 clients, equals this divided by 60. Yeah, so you're looking at about, again, this is for 1,000 clients, roughly 25 additional man hours of data entry to get this information into the system. If you have 100 clients, you'd be looking at about 2.5 hours additional. Again, these are all just quick calculations, but it's just intended to see how much additional time it's going to require to get this information into the new tool. And again, we went through the anonymous flow. There's no way to save that drug list in the anonymous flow. So if you're using the anonymous flow, if you have to go in multiple times, you'll have to re-enter that information again and again each time you use it. So if you're able to get the login information and for the individual, you can save that information in there, so you only have to enter it one time. So essentially, that's where we are. And if you have any questions about the process you went through to either retrieve the drug list or to enter it in, you can reach out to us at the number you see below. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.